Stitchy friends. I'm Shawnamarie at Shawnamariestitches, and this is a channel mostly about cross stitch and maybe some wool applique or other embroidery because I like to do all those things. And it's also about life and the things that interfere with me being able to stitch. I was going to do this on Friday, but I did not get to post or did not want to post because I was so close to finishing my niece's sampler, and so I thought I would wait, and I'm done other than finishing the beads, and I'm so excited to show you. And so let's just get right into it. I've been stitching this sampler, sorry, I'm trying to flip to the front, that was in a May-June 1990 issue of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. And this is the sampler. It's a Whitework sampler. And when my niece saw it, she just thought it was beautiful. And she so rarely says anything, like expresses super interest in everything. But look, and the goal was to finish it by her birthday. And look, I actually finished it. I finished it. It is all done. I am just putting the last of the little tiny beads, whoops, the last of the little tiny beads right down here. And then it will be completed. And I'm so very, very excited. Yay! Look, it's all finished. It is very pretty. And I would like one myself, but I won't be starting one anytime soon. So now that it's finished, I can get it, I'll get it matted and laced up and all that good stuff. And I think I might have found a frame for it. It's taken me a while because, you know, I want it to be the right size, and I wanted it kind of delicate and gold, like this one is in the picture. And it's not exactly the same, but I think I might have actually found one. And so I'm very excited. It probably won't be framed and ready to go by her birthday, but it'll probably be laced up by her birthday because I have to wait for the frame to come. And so I just wanted to share that with you, that my sampler is finished. Yes, a finish. I'm very happy. Very, very happy here. There. Now you don't have to see everything else behind it. Yeah, it's very cute. Anyway, I'm super excited about that. And the fact that I actually got it done by when I had a goal. Her birthday is Friday or Saturday. Yeah, sorry, now I can't even remember what day of the week it is. But that is finished, and I'm very excited so that I can start a new project. Because of course, while I've been monogamously stitching on that for 2 solid months, my brain is like, oh, well, I want to stitch that, and I want to stitch this, and oh, I saw this really cute pattern. And so I'm very, very excited to stitch something else, which means that because I was stitching that, I did not get any work done on this. My house is still right where it was last time. And at the beginning of February, I actually put in some time on my tiny Modernista unicorn tapestry. I did it in all the called for colors, and it's stitched on oh my gosh, isn't that funny? The name flew out of my head. I'll have to put it below. It's close to what it is. It called for Mediterranean Sea, but I didn't have it. All the called for colors I'm going to use, except for these colors right through here on the pattern, they're orange. Very, very orangey. And I am just not a huge orange girl, and so I darkened it up to some reds. And so I got, let's see, I got these little flowers done. And I got the unicorn's tail done and the shading, and down here, the little mat of flowers that he sits on. And so he got a little bit of love this month, and I'm looking forward to working on him some more. I was struggling with him because they have all of these little motify things out here that were just kind of scattered around. And I have one of those pens that my mom got me, where you can grid it off, and it was so much easier. So I think I'm going to grid it. And of course, because it's been more than a couple days, the gridding has faded. Next time I won't grid the whole thing. I'll just grid the area that I'm going to use. But I'm very excited to be done with the sampler so that I can work on some of my other projects. That means that I can get back to my stocking, which I'm in no rush to finish because I won't need it till Christmas. I'm doing this stocking out of the 1989 CrossStitch and Country Crafts. I decided after 30 years that I actually want to see this stocking, but I did not a huge quilter, and so I don't want this quilt here or these little samplery things. There's a couple other things I'm going to change, but so instead, this is my other working copy, I took this window and I'm taking that nativity. I'm going to put the window right here above the sewing machine, and I'm going to move the nativity over here, and I'm using the alternate topper for it. And so I'll remind you where I'm at there because I didn't have it last time. Here's where I'm at. I've got the window in down to where the sewing machine's going to start. I've moved the wreath into the middle of the window. Haven't decided about a ribbon up to here. I think I'm just going to leave it as is, and right now I'm working on creating a garland to go over this to replace the whatever angels I think were sitting over here, because I didn't care for those. So I'm going to put something else there. So I get to work on my stocking. Yay, yay, yay. And then the other thing, whoops, I was going to take this out of the plastic. Sorry for the crinkling. As I talked to my girlfriend, Carrie, she lives up in Washington, and she's also doing that stocking. She's doing this stocking, whoops, this stocking. Also, except for instead of this little stitching stand right here, she's putting in a dressmaker form because her daughter is a sewer and not a stitcher. So it's been kind of fun because we've been working on the stockings, you know, together virtually in this lovely year. But the other thing that we're going to work on is she said that she would like to stitch this with me, the Berry Bowl Sampler by Heartstring Sampler. And so I'm very excited to do that, and we finally decided on a color. We are going to do it on, she doesn't want to do it on linen, and so we're going to do it on a piece of shale and a piece of earthen. And I think that those work pretty good together. And so, yeah. So I'm going to mail that off to her. I have another berry bowl pattern. We had a mishap as far as getting a second one. And so I'm going to mail that off, and then the two of us can work on this, and I am very excited. So, very excited. I'm excited about anything that's stitchy. I'm either all in or all out when it comes to a project or an interest, and I'm all into stitching. And now that the sampler is done, which I will just continue to show you all the way through because, yay, because I think it's beautiful. Now I can work on other things, and some of the other things that I'm going to work on are some of my projects that I did not get done last year and that I've been very excited to start. And one is this Sleeping Princess. I love her. I love the story, The Princess and the Pea. I always have. And when I saw this pattern, I just fell in love with it. I think this was the first thing I bought last year. And I even got the fabric to go with it, and I have all the beads and the krynic and everything. This is Beach Walk, which is the called for fabric, except for the longer I looked at the pattern, the less I wanted to see it on this. I just want to see it on something light and airy and fluffy and pinkish. And so here's a piece of fabric that I dyed sometime over this last year while we've been here at home. And it has just a titch of pink in it, and so I think I'm going to do it on that because I would like to see this with a really light background. And so that's the piece I'm going to use for that, and now I can start it. And so I'm hoping to get that, like, you know, find the center and get this. I don't think, no, my seams aren't, the edges aren't serged, so I'm going to serge those and get those taken care of and get that started, even if I just put a couple stitches in it. And the other thing I'm looking forward to working on is my glitter village, because I do love the glitter village. I never was very crazy about the fabric as far as working on it. It was the first thing that I worked on that was a linen, and I don't know what it was. The sparkles or something just kind of threw me off, and it was just a struggle. And so now I'm going to work on this and get this done now that I'm more familiar with stitching on linen. And I love the little houses, which you will see later. I'm going to take a little video of my stitching room because my stitching room is clean, which means probably nothing to anybody other than me. But last February, right before COVID hit, I had started working on, like, we've had people in and out of our house. You know, kids moving in, kids moving out. My mom came and stayed with us for a while. And so things just continued to get shuffled around. And so I was just like, I need to have all of my stuff in a spot. And apparently I am a craft hoarder. I will admit it freely. I came by it genetically, I'm certain, because so is my mother. And so I asked my husband if he would kindly let me take over our master bedroom. And yeah, so that's what I did. So we tore up the carpet. I tore up the carpet and I laid down wood floors, and have slowly been working on like replacing the outlets and different things in here. But as people have come and gone, my craft stuff has moved from other areas of the house into this room. And then when my mom was here, it moved down the hallway to the bedroom that I referred to several videos ago as the bedroom from hell. And then when my grandkids came and stayed this fall, all the stuff came back. Anything that was left came back because I've been donating it, throwing it away, organizing it, giving it away, whatever I had to do to make this cleaner and more livable for anybody, including me, especially me. And so when my grandkids left this fall, I put everything that was in this room that I still needed to work on back in that bedroom. And yes, I can see that I've made progress because it no longer fills the room. It just covers the twin size bed and 3 Rubbermaid containers. So I've made huge progress in going through all of my craft stuff and being very selective about what I kept and what I got rid of. But I did it. And I'll do a little brief tour at the end, just because this will be the only time you probably ever see this room clean, just because when I craft, I don't craft one thing at a time. I craft several different things, and I have lots of different hobbies. I rubber stamp and I scrapbook and do genealogy, and I like to paint and sew and a little bit of quilting and a lot of bit of wool applique, and yeah, all the fun stuff. Beading, I got beads up the yin yang, because I had beads and then I inherited my mom's beads. So they all live at my house right now, and I've got the majority of those like organized into little containers and little drawers, but not all of them. So anyway, that's something I'll put at the end. That was probably more about me than you really needed to know. Some of the other things that I'm looking forward to stitching, which, like I said, my brain's going everywhere now that I'm not monogamously stitching that one particular sampler. I want to start my judge knot, which is really my mother's pattern, but she left it here. So it'll have to, I can use it. I can use it, right? I can use it while she's not here. So I'm going to work on judge knot. I would like to get that started. Excuse me, and work on my Sweetheart Hill, but my brain has just been everywhere, like I said. I was watching MamaLoveGB the other day, and she showed this pattern, which I have always loved paper dolls ever since I was little. In fact, I still have some paper dolls floating around my house someplace. My grandkids don't think they're as cool as I did. I still like to, you know, I just like to dress them up. Anyway, MamaLoveGB showed this pattern, and it was just like, oh my gosh, cross stitch and paper dolls, this is awesome, because isn't she beautiful? And so when I went to her site, of course I lost my mind, because like I said, all in or all out. It's not like I do anything little. I do everything a lot. Oh, like these. For Christmas, I got gel nail stuff. And so I've been practicing for 5 weeks to do gel nails. See, every week I take it off and I put new ones on, whether I need to or not, because I'm practicing. Anyway, while I was on the Brooks Books site looking at this adorable Spirit of America girl, they have lots of cute little girls. Anyway, I got this one. Her name is Penelope. She's the Pumpkin Witch, and my sister loves Halloween stuff, and so I thought it would be fun to do for her. And she can put it up at Halloween with her Halloween tree. But I just thought she was adorable. Adorable. And of course I got a couple others. fact, I think she came in a 3-pack because I have 3 cute little pumpkin girls, or Halloween girls. As far as haul, I don't have tons of haul. Like I said, we're on a budget. A couple videos ago, we're on a budget, but I had ordered this a while back. Sorry, I'm crinkling again. And I have a thing for cardinals, which I'm sure I've said before, and I got this from Blue Flower. It is the Winter Valentine, and I just love the little cardinals on it. And so hopefully I will be stitching those up sometime soon. I would love to think it's going to be done by Valentine's Day, but I'm not that crazy to think that it's going to be done by Valentine's Day. And then one of the other things I got, actually I got 3. One was a spool of this. And at first I couldn't remember what it's for. It's a sulky 12 weight and it's in these lovely shades of pink. And I think I got it for one of the free samplers, like the pandemic sampler. That's what I'm pretty sure it's for. Or maybe it's for the 2021 one, for the after the pandemic. I can't remember. But that's what I want to say it's for, because why would I order that much pink? But I got that, and then I got this piece of vintage maple sugar, which is very lovely. Lovely brown. I like it a lot. Very mottled. And then I got another thing. I'm going to have to start writing them down because I just don't remember when I don't. I got this lovely piece of light lime Belfast linen, which that's about accurate to what it looks like. And I have no idea why I got it. None whatsoever. I'm sure it was some fun spring project that I thought my brain needed, or my brain thought I needed. And so I have that to look forward to. And then the only other like haul-y thing that I have is I got my last Stitchy box. I did Stitchy box this past year. I did a year. They did birthstones. So every month was a color of a birthstone. And this is the December box. And I already took the little beads out of it. Yeah, I love the flosses. I don't think I'm going to do it because I'd rather have the flosses, and I just don't need beads. I don't need beads. I don't need ribbon of any sort. Yeah, I've got so much of that I think I'm just going to stick with my other little floss club that I have. But look at the colors on these. Sea foam. I can't even say this one. Something falls. And I'm not a huge brown person, but look at the browns in this with the little bits of blue. Very pretty. It's even got a smidge of green in it. Then we have the lovely ocean and wood nymph, which look at this and you think, why is that gray in there? But it has just very subtle streaks of blue in it. And then we have retro camper, which was a special edition silk. Isn't that fun? Fun colors. But then I really like turquoise. I really like red. I really like purple and pink. Anyway, those are probably my favorite colors. This one's tropical ocean, tropical waters. And so isn't that a pretty color? So that was my haul. And yeah, that's all I have to share with you today. I was gonna make this super short and sweet. I love to watch everybody's videos, but I just don't have enough to save to cover more than apparently 18 minutes. Maybe 25 by the time I get done chattering. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. Today it's snowing, which yesterday, oh yeah, I filmed this yesterday. I filmed this and tried to upload it all day and it just would not upload. I don't know why, so I am doing it again today. And yesterday it was gorgeous and sunny, and today we have snow out the window, so I can't complain that my daughter saw snow when she was snowboarding this weekend and I didn't see snow, because here in the valley we haven't had a lot of snow. And today it is snowing and it's very gray and dreary, but I am enjoying it. I love watching the snow come down. I love it. I really love it now that I work at home and don't have to go out in it if I don't want to. We're good. Our family's good. My husband's good. like we're healthy. My kids are all back to being healthy. Those that had COVID are over their COVID. And those who haven't had COVID haven't gotten COVID. And so right now, everything's going pretty good. And so, yeah, I hope that you all have a good week and that you're all safe and that you're getting lots of stitching in while we're all still home, both by weather and virus, and that life is going okay for you. So get some stitching in, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye. Hi, here we are walking into the stitch room. Just a real quick tour. This is just a little christening dress that I thought was cute, so it's hanging on the outside. Here's pictures that I like. There's some dresses hanging on the closet door that used to be mine when I was growing up, when I was a baby. Glitter, ribbon. This is my cutting table. It's an enamel kitchen table that used to be my mom's. It's got both sides are drop leaf, so I can extend it out. Underneath I've got bins of fabric scraps that I use. Here's a picture waiting to have a mat cut for it. This is my workbench, and it's clean, it's clean, it's clean. It's clean for the first time in a very long time, and so I can actually get a project done. Underneath I just have crafting supplies, and these are projects that I am working on. Here's where I store my cross-stitch patterns, some of them. My ink pads. All of this is beading. All of this is beads. And I have more containers in the closet, but that's what's out here. Here's a little quilt my mom made, and I love the colors in it, and hung it up. Here is this little, marble tree that my husband got me for Christmas a couple years ago. My air filter for my asthma. And there's our stitching chairs. There's Mom's stitching chair and my stitching chair, waiting for us to come play. This is an old kitchen table that also used to be my mom's. I inherited a lot of my mom's stuff, so in addition to my stuff, I had to figure out where to put her stuff too, because I love it. We have very similar tastes. So this is another work table. Then over here is this Hoosier cabinet that used to be my mom's paint cabinet, and now it's my paint cabinet. Has all of my watercolor stuff up here, my light box if I need it, all my acrylics are down here. I've got some canvases in the corner. It's a picture painted by my great-grandfather, and a typeset board full of little teeny tiny Santa Clauses. I don't know. Yeah, little teeny tiny Santa Clauses. It's a couple things my mom painted. Something on a shingle, and there's a picture of a round barn. Let's see, try not to back up and trip. There is my cute little Christmas tree that I think I'm going to leave up because I love it, and the little Hoosier step stool that it's sitting on. Picture that my mom painted. My fluffy curtains, and the fun heart garland that I love, and love it when the sun shines on it. This is my little sewing corner. It's my dad's sweater right there. It's so heavy that, yeah, it'll keep you warm all the time. I put it there because that's where I get cold, is over by the window. There's my little sewing corner, my featherweight. All these cabinet or boxes right here is sewing stuff. This is sewing supplies and stitching stuff. That's full of linen. There's boxes of Ada. There's a box of Laguna right there. There's my little town my dad gave me over the years, which is not lit up right now. Other boxes full of stuff. My perpetual calendar by Sam Sarah. My stamps, some of them. All my floss. This is DMC. This here on the side is fancy floss. Here's my ironing board. I have a couple old wooden ironing boards that I use. My gigantic trash can. And then this is what we call the Harry Potter closet, which I know sounds silly, but that's what we called it because my mom slept in the closet like Harry Potter did in the books, except for I can guarantee you his wasn't as big or as nice. So here's my big old bed. And then to just kind of walk around the room. Here is my computer stuff for work that I moved over onto my desk. And things up here that I like to look at, quotes and pictures and different things like that. There's some chenille bedspread curtains my mom made that I love. Bookcase, journals, cards, jewel box. Along the back wall where the clothes used to hang is all of this is like my storage stuff. So it's got all my picture frames and journals and books and paper and pictures, stamps, and all of those little containers up there at the top. Those are also beads. The little fridge and the microwave from when my mom was here. I just scooted things around, and so that's the little setup there. There's the bathroom. And this wall is, you can see right here, right there. That's what color the bedroom used to be. So I'm still working on that wall because I have to patch the top where we took some shelving down, and then there's the little houses that are going to go up on top. Oh, I think I forgot to show you the little houses. Let me go show you those. Oh yeah, big TV over the end of the bed so that when I don't feel good, I can lay there and watch TV. And then up here are these little tiny houses that also came from my mom's house. And I love them. And ignore the molding because I have to paint it, but I did get it sanded down. Anyway, that's my fun little space. This is where I hang out during the day. I love it because it's light and bright. And so it's just a fun little place to go. And there's my floor. There's my floor that I'm so proud of. Pulled the carpet up and laid that. So there you go. Have a good week stitching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.